Yo, what's up guys? This is Rise and welcome to another video. I have my last battles of the Go Battle League Season 16 for you here. We ran this team to end the season the last couple days and it worked quite well for me. I went on a nice climb and we were able to actually end the season in the 3600s, which I think is the first time I ever ended a season in the 3600s. So pretty cool there. This first battle's against Signal. Signal had beaten me like twice in a row with this team he was running. Dude, I am so bad at remembering people's teams. It's the craziest thing. You would think with a Greninja lead, I would like, it would stick out and I would remember what's in the back. But like even talking to you right now, I forget what the third Pokemon is. I played him like 3 days in a row. Let me know if you guys struggle to remember people's teams, or if you're able to like recognize like, oh, I think I played this guy. I think he's running this. Because I certainly have a poor memory when it comes to remembering people's teams, even if I play them multiple days in a row. But here we are. Swampert going to overfarm here against Claude. And there's a Superior in the back. So this is rough. I'm going to call the Sandslash bait here. But the problem is we just get outpaced so significantly that I don't think we're going to have a win con here. I think we need to somehow get rid of this Greninja before it can fire off 2 more, and that's just not going to happen. Because once it gets 2 more, we will no longer have a shield, and I think we're kind of doomed. So once we expend our next shield, we're kind of doomed here. Let's see. I shield. Sandslash comes through. I guess the only win con would have been if he was more than 2 away, but I just don't feel like there's any way he was more than 2 away. If he was more than 2 away, I could have thrown on like 2, or no, I could have thrown on 3, and then maybe reached Nice Punch before the farm down. Sorry for the flickering. Yeah, so maybe that was winnable, but I did lose track of energy. I don't think he was 3 away. I think he was probably 1 or 2 away. But just because we lose does not mean we give up. Chat, comments. So we see Azumarill in this next battle. With Powder Snow, it's not quite as good for us, but still not the worst in the world. You never know if Azumarill's running Hydro Pump these days. I definitely see both. It always feels like they have the move that they need in that given moment, you know? So we shielded up. We're going to respect the potential Hydro Pump. He went to 8. So it's a play rough. I know I can overfarm a little bit here before we get threatened. He's currently at the second play rough, so I'm willing to do 1 and throw because I'm not worried about him throwing play rough at me. I'm worried about him throwing Hydro Pump. So we knock it out with a drill run. I'm getting ready to maybe swap here. In comes the Scraftmeister. We pivot out into Swampert. Power Up Punch connects on us. We're going to go for a Hydro here. Scrafty is a little bit ahead of us, but we should be able to get off another Hydro before going down. I throw right before he gets to foul play since Power Up Punch is not that threatening to us. We do draw a shield, and he is forced to throw. I mean, it's tempting to shield to get off my next Hydro, but I feel like it's just not the play. So instead, I'm going to wait out my clock. I'm going to come in with Deoxys, and we will probably have to respect a foul play considering he's double boosted. Foul play would do some massive damage here with 2-stage attack buff. I'm thinking about it. I shield. What's in the back? It is Nidoqueen. Okay, so what I do here is I go for the Psycho. I'm at double already. Nidoqueen's at 6 poison jabs. I shield. I understand that he's going to be inclined to throw his Earth Power right away to not take the damage because he doesn't want to get into Psycho Boost range. But by not over farming, I actually get to double Psycho Boost here. This first one's going to do a lot. Is it enough to KO? Boom, it is. And we're able to get the win there. So a nice win where we just understood we had to pivot out. If we let our opponent farm us down with the Scrafty, excuse me, I don't know what that was. If we let our opponent farm us down with the Scrafty on our A/, we're just putting ourselves in a pretty bad position. So that was a 2-3 set. We fall into the 3400s there, actually. But let's see if we can get it back. And here we go. Little sneak peek. Very positive lead. Hopefully we can maintain this advantage. In comes Quag. Now, we don't have a great response to Quag. And our opponent throws Aqua Tail immediately. So this is kind of concerning because this allows him to create a desync in the switch timer. I'm going to throw before he can get to another move. And then depending on what he does will probably impact what I come in with. I come in with DD since he took the move because I'm thinking I can eat 2 moves from Quag, farm all the way down, and potentially be in a good spot, potentially get in a lot of... Oh, he went for the Stone Edge. Okay, nice. Nice job by the opponent recognizing go for Stone Edge and then Aqua Tail to do some more damage to us. I'm kind of expecting Dragonite to come in since he knows there's an A-Slash waiting for him. He actually makes a smart play trying to catch my charge move, but we were a little bit patient. So instead we were able to double up, save another Psycho Boost for later, which could come in handy. And then I'm going to swap into my Swampert here. Now, one concern at this point is our A-Slash took a lot of chip damage from that Aqua Tail and subsequent Mud Shots. So I am a little concerned that in the end game, the Dragon Breaths could outpace the damage of my Powder Snows just because the Dragonite's a lot healthier than our A-Slash is. I feel like I want to save a shield for A-Slash at this point. So I know it's probably an Earthquake. I know he's going to catch the Hydro, but it doesn't really matter because I would throw this anyway at the Dragonite. He will farm us down, but that chip damage is enough to the point where I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like we can safely Powder Snow down, shield, and then we'll have a move on each of our Pokemon. And the Galarian Stunfisk is quite low. Galarian Stunfisk is quite low. Go for the Ice Punch. Now, a critical thing here is, can we reach another Ice Punch before getting farmed down? I feel like I can, and I do. And Alolan Sandslash continuing to beast and feast in the Great League meta. Gonna get off the Ice Punch and knock out the Galarian Stunfisk. Let's go. Nice win there. Really nice job by the opponent as well. And these high elo ranges, everyone's so good. Opponent had a really bad lead. They still made it quite close. Very well played by them. We're going to skip ahead a little bit. Skip to my Lou. Uh-oh, that looked like a bad lead. A-Slash into Medi. Not what you want to see. We're going to safe swap the Swampert. We're going to throw Hydro Cannon immediately to kind of desync the switch timer. Maybe this will allow us to dance around a little bit. I decide to no shield here. It's an Ice Punch. That kind of works out. And he actually swaps an A-Slash, so kind of awkward here. Awkward for him, but also awkward for me. Like, how the heck do I play this out? I kind of decide I want to get shields down if possible, because if I get shields down from the chip damage I did prior against that Medi, I could potentially land a move with my own A-Slash in the end game. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. I could have hard swapped DD, but I didn't want to switch lock myself, so I actually let my Swampert go down and then go DD. Sometimes it's almost better to not switch lock yourself. Oh, that was weird. Look, did you see I tried to catch the Ice Punch and it didn't let me? That was kind of unfortunate. What's going to come in? Steelix. We get a nice little head start here. Going to go for the Drill Run. And I really need this to knock out. I do not want to take that counter that went through. Boom, Drill Run does knock out. And that is massive for us. And I actually decide to let this go, I believe. Because I'm thinking, okay, I live Breaking Swipe. I get off the Drill Run. And if I save for a shield for DD, I'm probably chilling. I'm probably chilling if I just save a shield for DD. So we land the Drill Run. Honestly, either play probably would have worked out in the end. I do one counter after a Psycho Boost, and this should be enough to knock out the Steelix despite being resisted. There we go. And that's always nice when you can overcome Sandslash into Medi. Take that, haters. Once again, like 97 to 99.7% of you guys are always very positive and supportive. But take that 0.3% haters. Rise, you only get positive leads. Rise, you only show the wins. Not true. And not true. Take that. Burn. Burn. You just got burned because someone hit you with Ember and your Pokemon was burned for 3 turns. Or however it works. Okay. Pretty RPS here, though. Haters. Okay, you're right here. You're right. This is pretty RPS. Swampert's going to very much dominate the Magnezone. He could have got to a Mirror Shot there, I think, so that's why I decided to throw energy. And he actually shields. This is only a Mirror Shot, but I feel like it's still probably KOs. So I do shield. I need to retain switch advantage. As long as I retain switch advantage, I'm chilling here. Let's see what decides to come back. The Superior, of course, to absorb this energy from Swampy. And Earthquake going to connect, do some nice chip damage. In comes A-Slash, and a bit of a core breaker in the back, considering it beats A-Slash and beats DD. But as long as we chip here, come in with DD, we're in a great spot because we know how dominant our A-Slash is against the Superior. So all we just need DD to do is basically neutralize the Quag here, and we'll just save a shield for our A-Slash and win the game. I go for Thunderbolt just to not debuff myself. This way my counters will still inflict not debuff damage. The Quag is going to go for another move here. Just an Aqua Tail. And once again, we're just comfortable saving our shield for A-Slash no matter what. Even if this were to knock out, one Powder Snow would then knock out the Quag. And we actually live the Aqua Tail. Psycho Boost coming through. DD looking mean. Looking kind of evil. And that's a G to the G. Not much our opponent could have done there realistically. Pretty impossible team comp for them. I guess if I had countered the Magnezone with DD, maybe that would have been more awkward, because then he would have got a viable farm down with one of his other Pokemon and could have been more awkward. But yeah, as long as we countered, honestly, I think we would have been fine either way. Looking for the next opponent. Sausage 487. I played him a few times past few days. Uh-oh. Black screen. Okay, we're back. Tough lead. Do not like Lantern lead with this team. We're going to be seeing more Lantern, I'm sure, of this coming season. Because a lot of the things that are buffed are weak to Lantern. In comes Licky. So I don't love this situation, but what I am thinking at this point is I can get a big farm down with my Sandslash and then threaten the Lantern with my energy. So that is one positive from this situation. I go for the Psycho Boost right away. So this has already put Licky into farm down range. No reason to throw this in my opinion. And shield. I think I'm just gonna let it go so I can farm down. But honestly, a nice job at the opponent letting themselves get kind of low, because I don't get that much farm here. They power whip me because it does more damage. Very smart by them. I go for the Ice Punch bait, expecting a shield here. Kind of a risky bait, because I'm only basically gaining one Powder Snow by doing that. Swap into Swampy Boy. They're not switching, which gives me a little bit of hope that maybe this is still possible. I eat the first Surf. In comes Gligar. And I'm like, this seems possible. This seems possible. Gligar doesn't have a whole lot of play against my remaining two. Oh my god, check this out. Oh my god. You guys need to remind me to make this a YouTube short. I went for the double CMP mechanic. Some of you will know what that is, some of you won't. Basically, you have double, you throw back to back, and I undercharged it and got 2 extra mud shots. What an undercharge. And the opponent surrendered, so I was pretty proud of that. Some of you guys are probably watching Bryce, obviously you won that game. You totally had the back line countered. I thought that was pretty nice, so I was pretty happy with that one. I'm allowed to be happy with my play sometimes, okay? Okay, thank you, Jeremy. Positive lead against Clefable, but this might be a game I lose. I remember losing to a Clefable lead. I don't know if it was this one. Because Clefable actually makes this kind of uncomfortable for Slash. Because my move doesn't really threaten him. I need to hit him twice. And Meteor Mash does so much, man. Meteor Mash puts you in the red. So I overfarm a little, going for an Ice Punch. The Clefmeister is going to shield. Oh, I think I remember what happens. I think there's a Pokemon in back that we very much are not going to like. I think that's what happens. I think there's a Pokemon in back that we very much do not like. We take out the Clef. In comes Cress. I'm kind of forced to stay in. I can't really swap out because what I don't want to happen is I swap DD and then he swaps and then my Swampert's aligned with Cress later in the game. That would be a death sentence. figuratively. It would be a faint sentence because Pokemon faint. It would be a faint sentence. Drill Run coming through. Doesn't quite knock out. Could have opted to go for a catch maybe. But I'm thinking, okay, DD and Swamp, kind of a 2-on-1 fast break here. What's going to be in the back? It is a Trev. And that is the worst. You feel like you're in an okay spot, and it's just a complete core breaker in the back. Brutal. So the only way I think I win that game is if I had swapped DD earlier to, like, lure out the Trev. But honestly, if I swap DD, there's a chance he comes in with Cress. In which case, I think I lose anyway. Unless maybe Sandslash can sweep. Maybe Sandslash can sweep after that. I don't know. Basically a team that I would have had to swap DD, I think, to give myself a chance. As soon as I stayed in that whole time and Trev was able to roam free in the back, no way I can win that. Well played by the opponent. That is a D to the G. Looks like we'll claim our reward here in a moment. And as I'm looking at my phone in real time, we're 35-29 there. I ended up finishing the season at 36-39, and I have a couple wins as well. That might increase us a little bit, but awesome season. I hope you guys enjoyed season 16, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with y'all and providing more content in season 17. If you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.